Hey everyone, time for the next update here. So last one or the one before that, I talked about needing to extend the front of these Mills plates because this thing overhangs. Look at how much that overhangs. So what I did is I put together these little 16 by 16 kind of Mills plates, and because I'm building this so far in advance, this isn't going to be shown until August Brick Fair. So what I do is I try to idiot proof it, because when I'm gonna do it, as I'll build it now and then I'll put it together a couple weeks before the show or something, just to make sure I remember how to put it together. And to idiot proof it, I do things like this. So for example, you see on the side there, we got a tan, we got a green, we got a black. Over here, tan, green, black. I know that one goes to that one. And then the same thing goes over here. We have blue, yellow, black, blue, yellow, black. Done. Easy enough to match them up. And then we can see over here, we got a brown. Oh, sorry. We got a dark bluish gray, a brown, and a black. So what do we got here? All right, dark bluish gray, a brown, and a black. So that'll match up to that. Boom, boom. Along with those, have that same kind of scenario there. And then I did my yellow edging along the corner piece. So yeah, I want to do those because this thing overhangs so much. It just looked weird kind of coming off the MOC. So I want to put more floor space and we'll figure out what to do with it. We got our Technic structures up, holding up the Batwing right now. And that's because, as you can see in this background, I now have both of the 48s, again, on this temporary cribbing to see how it will work as far as the structure. Again, this edge won't matter because it's going to be covered. But I did do a black top. I got to fix that one. I got some maroon there. But I got both 48s standing up, so you can see kind of how it will look from this side. And you can see it goes above and beyond the top of the Batwing there, which is good. I did notice, however, when I was adding this piece here just to tie them both together, that it's putting some stress on these, because these Technic, I guess, are maybe off like a millimeter or something, but they hold it really tight. It's really tight. It's not going to go anywhere, and it's maybe putting a little stress on it, but for the 2 days it'll be on display. I think that'll be fine. If it was going to be a long darn display, I probably wouldn't do it. I'd probably try to re-engineer it some way, but I think for a 2-day show it should be fine. And my testing here and there as I do it now. But now the next thing I got to work on is figuring out what I'm gonna do with this cribbing stuff here, and how to make, like, I'm thinking like maybe have it be like major beams or major columns or something, and then be able to tie at least those two in the center together somehow, because otherwise it's going to look weird if they're two different things. So I got to tie those together. Oh, and the other thing I did is I came up with this. So I wanted to have something that kind of guided, my building here. So I came up with this color palette, and as we see there, we got, like, on the top left, a metallic kind of silver or chromish type the grid tiles there. Then we're going to be using the neon yellow, the clear transparent, the light blue transparent, the yellow transparent, and then we got our black, yellow, light bluish gray, and what I call maroon, at least dark red, and then of course we got dark bluish gray. So that's going to be our color palette that we're going to try to stick to for everything that's being seen. Obviously there'll be a ton of filler brick in this for backing and underneath anything that's kind of beyond, like these jumper plates and things like that. But yeah, this is the color palette I'm trying to stick to. So hopefully you won't be seeing any other colors than that, because as you can see, we got, up here we got our trans yellow, down over here we got our dark red, maroon, we got light bluish gray, we got dark bluish gray throughout this thing. So there's some light bluish gray right there, we got the dark bluish bluish gray right there. And of course, we should definitely have some black. So I'm gonna try to keep the black to a minimum amount because this thing is so black. I wanna have some contrast between this and the backer and the floor and stuff. So maybe parts of the floor where this isn't kind of prominent is where I'll put the black and stuff, but I wanna try to use as little black as possible, and more so the dark bluish gray, light bluish gray, and you know, the yellow, of course, because that'll help contrast the Batwing against this backer and the floor area. All right, so that is the update for now, and hopefully next time I'll have the whatever I figure out to do with this cribbing stuff, either cover it over, redo it, whatever. I just gotta make sure when I do it, I build in the appropriate, you know, Technic spots for it. So, all right, that's it for today.